Finally tonight, a conversation about writing books for young people. Arts correspondent Jeffrey Brown has the story.
If you're between the ages of, say, 4 and 40, chances are you know the books of Judy Blume. Beginning in the early 1970s with works such as Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, in which an 11-year-old girl worries about puberty and religion, the Fudge series about a 4th grader and his baby brother, and books that address teen sexuality head-on, Blume has written about the real lives of young people. And young people have responded, with more than 75 million of her books sold. Blume, 66, began writing as a wife and mother living in the New Jersey suburbs. Now she's been honored by the National Book Foundation for her distinguished contribution to American letters, the first author of young people's literature ever to win that award. We spoke the morning after the award ceremony in the children's section of a busy New York bookstore. Judy Blume, welcome and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You said in your speech that when you were young, you loved to read literature for children, but you didn't find there the reality that you knew, that you experienced as a child.
I love to read, and I think any child who loves to read will read anything, including the back of the cereal box, which I did every morning. But I longed to find in books children like me with thinking what I was thinking about, families like my family, which wasn't perfect. It was a loving family, but it wasn't perfect. And I knew, there were secrets within families. I never read anything like that when I was growing up.
So you decided, I'm going to do it myself.
I didn't decide it at 9 or 10. I decided it much later. And when I did, that was the only thing I knew. I wanted to write what I remembered to be true.
One of the things that strikes me in reading your books is that it's sort of a reminder that young people, as much as they want to be special, mostly they want to be normal.
Yeah, I don't know about all children, but I was certainly like that. And I gather from the letters that I get, a lot of children are like that. We do feel that surely we're alone, we're the only ones. And for me, I kept that inside. I wasn't going to tell anybody, guess what I'm really like, guess what I'm really thinking about. You keep that inside, you keep that very private, and you pretend to the world that you are normal.
Do you remember being 10, 13, 15?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes?
Oh, yes. Especially 10. I mean, 12 and under is very vivid still. It never occurred to me when I started to write for any other group. The voice in my head was the voice of a child, and the voice that came out spontaneously on paper was the voice of a child. And also I think because at 27, when I really started to write, I felt that life was over for me. I had made over. I had made my choices. I married very young. I had my children, as we did then. And this was going to be it. I didn't know that there were any opportunities around the corner. I mean, you mean you felt trapped? Well, yes, I guess I did feel trapped. But I thought, looking back, that was the life that interested me, the child that I was when it seemed that everything was still possible. Everything was new and exciting. Everything was a first.